Morning, friends. It's a drizzly day, but it's a big day. Today is a day that we have been working towards for 3 months, diligently, and essentially a year since we packed up our belongings in Los Angeles and moved to New Zealand. Today we are driving into town, renting a moving truck, driving to Taupo and getting our stuff out of storage. All of our belongings have been in storage in a garage for many months. The better part of a year they've been there, but they have been packed up for over a year now. And it's a huge day. It's a big job. Carrie and I are going to be moving ourselves. We have bought a couple of, trolleys and little moving assisters, if you will, but we'll be moving ourselves, saving thousands of dollars that we would have paid to a moving company. But it's a big job and we've got a lot to do. So it's 7 in the morning and we are ready to go. So stick around. It's a big day. We are quite excited because this mirror we brought from the US. It has survived the transit and it is now happily hanging on our wall. And I don't think I've shown, but we got these couches, this really lovely kind of golden yellow colored couch. We have 2. That's an actual couch. That's a little single person chair, but it's just very nice and it's slowly but surely starting to come together. So when we get the rest of our stuff, we will be able to continue decorating and really make this place feel like a home.
So to put it all back, you put that back up.
Yeah.
Put that back there.
Okay.
Then you gotta put that back onto one.
Okay. Okay. And you just hold that until it's all the way there.
You can never go. You do it, we know.
Okay, team.
Hello.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
We are in the truck. We're in the truck, and I came up with a song when I was driving here. And it's, well, I'm a trucker. I've always been a little fucker. But I won't be your sucker no more. 'Cause I'm behind the steering wheel. Your tender heart I'll steal. I'm just being real. 'Cause I'm a trucker.
Were you singing in the car?
Yeah, I just
I
made
was
that
singing
up.
on the in the car too. You know what I was singing?
What was your song?
As soon as we got onto our road, I was singing, country road,
Take
take me home
to the place I belong. Wire rapper,
Yeah.
country mama, take me home. All right, enough singing. Let's get on the road. Okay, well, the moment of truth has arrived. We are in the moving truck and we are on our way. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally be at this stage in our journey. We packed up our belongings in Los Angeles over a year ago now. Our whole life has been in boxes for a year in storage. And we've been living out of a suitcase on an inflatable mattress. And we have been working diligently nonstop for 3 months to get our home into position, into place, so that we can move
our belongings in and finally fully move into our house. And it's a surreal feeling right now to be in this van, driving up to the storage location. We're gonna load this thing up, we're gonna bring it right back, we're gonna set up our bed and sleep in our bed for the first time in a year. We're gonna set up our dining room table, and a huge milestone will be accomplished. When you make big changes in life, things take time. I think all too often people have this belief that everything's just gonna fall into place right away, and in a couple of weeks you'll be moving and grooving right back to normal. And that has just not been the case, and I don't think it ever really is. I think that good things take time. It takes energy, it takes effort, it takes brain power, it takes muscle, it takes determination, it takes patience more than anything.
And being uncomfortable for a while.
And becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. But all that said, we are so close, and it feels really, really good. All right, we've made it. We have made it. And it's time to start loading.
That's so cute.
Here's Lanka's box that he arrived in, which has been in storage.
Your
And look what my mom wrote. Hi, I'm Lanka. I'm friendly. I love to sniff and lick. My dry food is boring unless there is broth or some shredded meat with no seasoning.
Sauteed meat.
Thank you. And the Instagram account. All right, so the plan is get the heavy big things up in there first, get them right up against the back and cinch them, tie them to the wall, and then we're just gonna start loading the stuff in.
Now, push it.
We are making really good progress. We have cleared out pretty much everything. What we're doing right now, we got the bed in there, we got all the heavy furniture secured up against the far wall, and then we've just been stacking and stacking and stacking, and then securing as we go. So it's all nicely, it's like a big game of Tetris. The goal is not to complete the Tetris thing so that everything collapses, it's to stop things from collapsing.
I'm condensing the boxes because there are several boxes, like a handful of boxes that have just a little bit of stuff inside, so I'm just condensing them, taking stuff out. Losing boxes is really nice, where you're essentially like, oh, we've condensed this and we don't need this box anymore. Because we kind of picked a couple things out of some boxes that we needed when we first got here. So some of the boxes are already opened and then half full, so we're just condensing. The truth is a lot of boxes break when they're coming from the US to New Zealand. They're handled a lot, especially heavy ones. They just tend to kind of start breaking over time. So something to keep in mind if you're moving countries. tape really, really, really well because they do break.
Also, this was the best $120 I have spent in a long time. This dolly has just made light work of all of these boxes. Well, we got lucky with the rain yesterday. Not so much today. It's raining. It's not pouring, but it's supposed to rain harder later, so we kind of have to move all of our stuff as quickly as possible. Also, ideally, I was going to be able to back the moving truck up onto that concrete slab so we could just move stuff right in, but this power line is right in the way, and so it's gonna take longer and be more difficult than we anticipated, but that's life. Making progress. Apologies for the intermittent vlogging. It's kind of like intermittent fasting. I'm making you wait for it. But yeah, no, we're making a lot of progress. We've gotten about half the boxes out, and the biggest challenge logistically, our king size bed, which has been in storage for over a year, which we have missed so dearly. We got into the house, onto the dolly. It was a bit of a shit show, to be honest, but we made it. It's in the bedroom, but there's a problem. What's the problem?
We got a little bit of rain on the corner, but you know, we can take the outer. The good thing is the mattress can be, there's like a protector sort of, not like plastic or anything, but there's this bit which we can remove, and then I put that in the dryer, and then we can let the memory foam. It's only a little bit of this corner, but I want to remove this so that nothing molds in there.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I've seen far worse in college. One of my roommates. Yeah, one time he peed his bed Friday night.
Oh my gosh.
Then he dried it all day Saturday.
And peed it again.
And peed it again
Oh
on
my
Saturday
God.
night. Yeah, so we can definitely take care.
At least it's not.
Sorry, bro.
Just rainwater. He didn't say his name, so. Okay, let's get this off though. It's gonna dry.
It'll be fine. Okay, actually you're not supposed to take the mattress cover off of that. So we're just
Fan it is.
have to do it the old fashioned way. At least it's not urine. Oh, the little book of Hoogie.
I made a video all about this.
Oh, this is such a good one. Oh, these are. I need to reread these 3 books.
Oh.
Relationship, honey.
Oh my gosh.
In a box.
Now I need to get a new record player because mine broke.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that'll happen.
Whoa. I guess I'm having what I'd call an alchemist moment. If you haven't read The Alchemist, it's a beautiful little book by an author named Paulo Coelho, and it's a parable for life. It follows the story of a character, a young shepherd in Spain named Santiago who dreams of visiting the pyramids, and it has all these lessons and these stories throughout the story itself. But no spoilers here. It's my favorite book, and if you haven't read it, I'll link it down in the description of this video. But right when Santiago is like about to get the thing that he has worked towards for so long, so desperately desired, he has a moment where he goes like, he gets afraid and he starts to question everything. And yeah, I guess I've had moments in this last week of all of this, even just today, like looking at the truck full of stuff and thinking, I'm so close, but like, you know, just wanting to kind of give up, even though I'm in the home stretch. And when I ran the LA Marathon, I had like a similar moment at maybe mile 25 of 26.2. I had been going pretty strong throughout the whole marathon, and I hit mile 25 and I just wanted to like sit down on the side of the racetrack. I just wanted to sit and I just wanted to stop. And I guess, yeah, it's like, it's natural for us to have doubt, to want to throw in the towel, especially when we're near the finish line. And I kind of just had a moment where I just like snapped out of it. I just was like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. I am so close. And this is something I've worked towards for a year, and it's happening today, and I'm making it happen. Carrie and I are making it happen right now by loading this dolly and getting the boxes inside and opening them up. It's the final steps in fully moving into our home. And it's weird how we have these feelings and these thoughts. But I think, and please let me know whether or not you've experienced anything like this, but I think it's natural. I think we're so used to, we're conditioned to living within the box. And when it's time to open the boxes and live outside of the box, we have to fight all of these, like all of this social conditioning that's been telling us our whole lives, like you gotta live a certain way, and if you don't, then you won't be able to like make a living, or you won't be able to survive, or all these bad things are gonna happen. And I don't know, I think I've just like had a moment where I had to kind of face my own fears about all of this and reassure myself that everything's gonna be okay and it's all gonna work out. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you've experienced anything like this in your lives. I'd love to read about your stories in the comments. Honestly, it's like one of the best parts about making these videos is starting this dialogue and this conversation with all of you out there and hearing your experiences and your stories as well, and giving you also the option and a space, right, to share your stories. So please, let me know if I'm not crazy and if I'm not alone in having moments of doubt while unloading this truck full of belongings from my previous life here in my new life. I know for a fact that I'm gonna go through a lot of stuff in these boxes and probably want to get rid of them. Maybe it's just like the load, the heaviness of it all. Seeing your life in boxes and packaged up and filling a giant truck like this, I think it just made me feel like weight. It made me feel weighted down, and it made me feel heavy. And I think going through and minimizing stuff in your life and getting rid of things that you own that no longer serve, it's like, don't let the things that you own you. And I'm actually really looking forward to going back through all these things, even though we purged a ton in Los Angeles. We spent weeks purging stuff that we had collected, you know, with my 5 years in LA and Carrie's 10 years in LA. We spent weeks getting rid of stuff. And I know that like there's still gonna be a ton of stuff that we're gonna need to say sayonara to, but it does feel great to be at this stage, to be so close. I'm really looking forward to like the day when all of this is unpacked, all of the trash is gone, everything has a space, and we can finally just like sit down on the couch and read a good book. I'm really looking forward to that. I want to be free from my things and belongings. I want to belong to the world, not my things. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same. Maybe we can purge together. That's it. That's the last thing. The dining room table. It's the heaviest thing in the entire move, and it just started hosing down rain. It's pissing down rain. It's raining so hard. And this is the last thing. It's the heaviest thing. It's the biggest pain in the ass. But I need to finish. I need to get it done. So I drove out here because I thought there was going to be some good surf. It's starting to become a theme here, but it's still just a bit stormy. It's been really raining very hard for a few days in a row, maybe like 4 or 5 days. And there's a little gap in the weather. There's definitely swell, but it's just all mixed up. And so instead, I just had a nice stretch on the beach on my yoga mat and had a little meditation, and just been thinking a lot lately about the passage of time, the importance of realizing that good things in life take time. This whole process of the move has been a year in the making. I think it's important that we remind ourselves to kind of be kind to ourselves. Oftentimes in life, we are our own biggest critics. We are our own worst enemies. And, you know, fighting that internal dialogue when frustration kicks in, when we lose our patience, when we feel overwhelmed, you know, it's important to come back down to a baseline and find your equilibrium. And for me, that I do that by coming out to natural places, whether it's going in the ocean for a surf or even just sitting here on the beach and having a think and moving my body. But it's just crazy. It's crazy. There's so much going on in life right now, and There's so many great things happening in life, and there's also a lot of challenging, difficult things happening in life. And I think oftentimes people who share aspects of their life online, they exclude a lot and kind of paint a picture of this perfect rosy existence. And I think that that also leads to people out there who consume that content that's created to feel like there's something lacking in their lives, or that, you know, why does this person have this perfect life and I don't. And I want to just let you know that content creators are real people too. Good things happen in life, bad things happen in life, and that's life, you know. There's this fallacy floating around that for some reason people think that life is supposed to be a certain way, that it's supposed to be easy, that things are supposed to fall into your lap, that X, Y, and Z are going to happen to you to make X, Y, and Z come true. And it's just not the way that it works, you know? Oftentimes in life, something good will happen and it'll be followed by something really bad. Or a couple of bad things will happen and those will be followed by something really good. The way that the universe kind of unfolds its plan for us is bizarre and oftentimes feels super counterintuitive. And so I guess I literally just sat here for maybe 15 minutes and had one of the deepest conversations with you that I've ever had, and I wasn't recording. Oh man, I'll try my best to sum it back up. We have this expectation, this Hollywood fantasy that life is supposed to be this perfect story that just unfolds one little victory after another. That is not the case. Life is a series of strange occurrences, twists and turns, and all sorts of ups and downs. Life is not linear. Life is not starting at point A and getting to point B with a straight line. It is a zigzaggy, sidewinding, crazy curvy road. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I just feel this immense sense of gratitude, first and foremost, that you're all here. There's almost 75,000 of us now. This channel was a new endeavor. I've been on YouTube for almost a decade. I spent 7 years of my life building a travel-oriented channel with my brother. And on that channel, it was very focused with travel tips and travel vlogs, but I felt like there was a component of it that was kind of lacking, and that was this authentic connection and dialogue between myself and you as the viewer. And what I love about this channel that we're building here is this community, this direct rapport, this conversation that we have. And I feel so much more comfortable here sharing my thoughts and my opinions and my insights and my experiences and what I've learned from them. But what I love about it is that you're sharing your experiences too. And when we do that, we are enriching each other's lives. And I think that that in itself was the initial promise of social media. It feels really, really good after a year to finally move our stuff into our house. But it's crazy how in life, when one good thing happens, you get gut punched with another. And that's happened. And next week, we'll share more about what is happening right now. But it's all well and good to make plans. But oftentimes in life, plans don't work out the way that you plan them. And I'm finding that the most important thing right now in my life is being flexible and learning how to roll with the punches and adapt. And there's a lot that I'm gonna have to adapt to. and a lot of flexibility is required right now. And it's bizarre because life is so beautiful. Like, I'm at this beautiful beach and I feel so grateful to be alive. But it's about to get crazy, y'all. It is. And I'll share more with you next week. I just wanted to say once again a huge heartfelt thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm sending you all lots of love. Drop a comment down there, please. Let's keep the conversation going. I live for it. It really makes me feel so happy to have positive interactions with you out there. And we'll talk soon in next week's video, okay? Sending lots of love. Peace.